Hey Julian,
Hey,
how are you feeling right now in these first moments, freshly out of the game?
terrible.
Mm-hmm. Did you see it coming at all tonight, or were you caught off
Yes,
guard? Uh-huh.
yes, I saw it coming.
Mm-hmm. Who do you blame? Who do you think voted you?
Obviously, the two people that voted for me were Grayson and Emily.
Mm-hmm. Do you
But
feel betrayed by them voting you, or?
no, I don't blame them for doing that
Mm-hmm.
because they were in a position. Because the thing about it is, Grayson and Emily trust each other more than they
Mm-hmm.
trust. And
Right.
I knew that if there was a situation where it came down to me and Emily, I'd go home. And
Mm-hmm.
I knew that Christian or Evan had an idol. So
Mm-hmm.
I knew that the only chance that I would have is if they felt comfortable and didn't play it. But I knew
Mm-hmm.
that was kind of a long
Mm-hmm.
shot. But like
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm not necessarily like mad at them for making the move.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if anything, I'm upset with
Mm-hmm.
myself
Mm-hmm.
because I did not play this season the way that I
Mm-hmm.
thought that I would be able to.
Mm-hmm.
And I chalked that up to just like the cast and how
Mm-hmm.
it just how they treated me, I guess, because
Mm-hmm.
they never really gave me an opportunity to show like myself
Mm-hmm.
as a player. Since day one, I was a target. So no matter what I would say, I'd automatically be seen as lying. So they wouldn't take anything I would say seriously.
Mm-hmm.
So it was almost like the only way I had an opportunity would be to work with people who were not in that my
Mm-hmm.
original tribe, which is what I did. But of course,
Mm-hmm.
when we had this double tribal situation, there was like nothing I could do. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
if I blame anybody for me going home, I blame Madison
Okay.
because she was the one who took away my first life in that challenge. And I know a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of people were afraid to start
Mm-hmm.
taking them from me because the
Mm-hmm.
way the rounds were working, it seemed like, especially considering when it was me that was the last one in the row,
Mm-hmm.
it would have been me going twice in a row, and it would have been really
Mm-hmm.
easy for me to just like start taking people's
Right.
until I left on my tribe. And I did
Mm-hmm.
that in order to get in the good graces of people in her tribe. It sucks because it cost me
Mm-hmm.
game, but
Right.
I really hope that if I were to ever get another shot at this, that
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a position where it's a cast that's just not a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
people who
Mm-hmm.
are closed-minded and
Mm-hmm.
just automatically write people off.
Right. Well, it's no secret, you had a really hard time in the game. Like last night, literally moved to tears. Really tough tribal council that you did end up surviving. So first, I just do want to commend you for being a fighter. You clearly emotionally suffered a lot while playing, but you didn't give up. And every day you wanted to figure out how to make a new day. So I really admire that about you as a player, Julian. And I'm really happy to see that you did get a second chance because I think, although I know you don't love how your second chance turned out, I think your second chance showed a lot about you as a player and showed a lot about who you are as a person. And I enjoyed seeing that.
It's just the thing is, I feel like if I was able to play where I could play steps ahead instead of playing steps back like I
Uh-huh.
was the whole season, I would have been able to
Mm-hmm.
do better because that's how I'm used to playing. I'm used to being able to plan ahead, but I wasn't able to plan ahead because every time I try to plan ahead, people would push me back and be like, he's lying and stuff. And the
Mm-hmm.
thing about it is 99% of the time I wasn't lying.
Mm-hmm.
So they were just saying that to use me as the scapegoat.
Mm-hmm. At this point in the game, now that you're out of it, who do you want to see win?
Grace or Madison.
Okay. All right. And I do want to point out that you did say you felt like Grayson voted you and you felt like Madison's the reason why you lost immunity. So that's a pretty bold statement considering you kind of fault them partly for you being here, but you still are rooting for them and want to see them win. I think that shows a lot about you as a player and a juror.
Yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not a bitter juror. Like I said that last
Mm-hmm.
night. I that was one of the only things I was able to say while I was upset was
Yeah.
even if I get voted out tonight,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still going to vote for the person that deserves to win. I'm not going to
Mm-hmm.
vote for somebody who decided to just play the bully card the whole season and
Mm-hmm.
write everybody off that's not in their friend group. Like they literally talked to me like I was stupid and like I
Mm-hmm.
didn't understand what was going on. I'm not dumb. The thing is
Mm-hmm.
I knew they were setting me up.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing There's nothing I could do about it until I spoke to my group, but I wasn't able to do that before they tried to expose.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like that my second chance got dictated by
Mm-hmm.
a group of people
Mm-hmm.
that wrote me off early to the point where it was really difficult for me to play from that.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you accomplished anything you wanted to accomplish with your second chance?
Honestly, not really. Not really.
Okay.
I didn't get to really do any
Mm-hmm.
like blind sides or any crazy plans or
Mm-hmm.
anything because like that's
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm. My reputation is the person that does stuff like that. Like in
Mm-hmm.
every single game that I've played in before this, that's what I would do. I'd do blind
Mm-hmm.
sides. I'd do crazy
Mm-hmm.
moves. I'd be the guy running around, lying, backstabbing all over the place and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about it is, people took me seriously in those games, and that's why I
Mm-hmm.
was able to last longer. But
Mm-hmm.
here, since they all had big egos, they all had like their reputation in the fandom and stuff, and they just saw me as not as good of a
Mm-hmm.
player as them. So they automatically wrote me off.
Yeah. If you were ever given the opportunity to play again, would you?
Yeah, in a heartbeat.
Okay.
Now,
Love hearing that.
okay. With that being
Hang
said,
on, Julian. I'm just gonna say, Julian, I'm about to go. But I just want to let you know, Julian. Honestly, I was pretty impressed with you, honestly. I took a chance didn't go well, but I mean, the first season you really was like kind of seems like an easy vote, and you went home pretty early. But like this season, you also again seems the easy vote, but you're able to stay, keep
Mm-hmm.
fighting. Honestly, I mean, you didn't quit, you didn't give up, even if everyone's like, being personal to you. You feel and it's kind of like like unfair, and just like I mean, you didn't
Mm-hmm.
give up. So honestly. I looked at you in ways that like easy vote, but they didn't stop you from trying to play, And of course, you say it could have gone better, but I mean, you can't, you can't. Who knows, like who knows what could happen if the game was different, Really knows.
well, if I got the chance to play again,
Mm-hmm.
I think that, well, first of all, it depends on the theme of the season. If it's
Okay.
another all returning player season, then I probably won't be screwed because if these people see how that group treated me and they're on All Stars, all the other people are going to be against them because a lot of the players that I know will for sure make it to All Stars, I'm close with. So I feel like if they see how I was treated, they're not going to let that fly, especially like people like Spitzer, even though I want him out early. If I were to be an All Stars, but if it's like a half returning player, half newbie season, I feel like that would be very, very different for me. Especially if the people, because I feel like the people that would be asked back for something like that would be people that were either didn't do well this season or people that were fan favorites that didn't even make the cut for second chance, stuff like that, like if you were fans versus favorites. So I think if I were to play again, I would approach the game differently than I usually do. But I would definitely probably, because the thing about it is, I think my biggest pitfall from this season was not trying to play more aggressive, because usually when I play aggressive straight out the game, normally it doesn't work for people, but usually when I play aggressive from the beginning, it works. So I feel like if I were to play again, I would play very, very aggressive from the very beginning.
Okay.
And I feel like I would probably try to get out the person who's threatening my game the most, the first tribal I have an opportunity to, rather than trying to just go after the stragglers. Because if I would have went after Austin, that first tribal council, I probably could have gotten the numbers for that. Because at that point, I had enough people that trusted me where I could have had something done. But I tried to do it safe because I was afraid of my stigma from my previous season. So I think definitely what this season did do for me, because it did benefit me in the sense that I was able to break out of my shell. Like something that I've never done before is gotten a confrontation and reacted back towards the person, because I would always be afraid that my game would get exposed for doing that. But I feel like now, if I were to play again, I would not care. I would, if I needed to get in a confrontation, I'd do it. If I needed to just go and just make a big move, I just go do it. I wouldn't even second guess myself anymore, like I did this season.
Really quick, I do want to say he just left, and I was trying to say this before he left. Rocky was a really big supporter of you in season 1, and like really wanted to see you play again. So I just wanted to let you know he was someone that pushed really hard for you to be on this list and come back. He really wanted Rocky. He really wanted to see you get that second chance. So I thought I would just let you know that. And okay, so for my final question, before I add in any of the like jurors that maybe want to talk with you, is there anything that you want to say to any of the viewers watching this right now?
Thanks for the second chance, and if I get another opportunity, I'm definitely gonna win.
You're good. Okay, I'm adding in the other people really quick. Ned, Tia, Lana. Let's see if anyone joins. Tia unavailable. Hey Ned. Okay.
Hey.
Julian's on mute right now because I think his mom just walked in, and it was perfect timing though because I was about to add the jurors. But so we're kind of just chilling next waiting on him. I don't think Lana and Tia are gonna get on, but I added them anyways.
Yeah, I don't know where they are.
Ned, you're just gonna get more screen time. It's fine.
I'm just gonna be the best hero, you know.
Right. How do you feel like while we wait for Julian to come back? How do you feel about Julian's vote out? Like, what was that tribal like for you to watch those idol plays? And
that was crazy. I was like, oh my god, really the heck? And I think I did this in the confessional. That Christian got one of them because I was like, nah, Christian got one of them at the start. Like, and then I know he would tell me, he would tell me. I was like, no, I think he got one because he's smart. And then
how did you feel about the deflect idol?
And you know what I was thinking? It was kind of cool. It was kind of interesting and different.
It didn't work out though, because someone else had an idol.
I mean, I think they shouldn't have. I mean, they probably wanted to protect Emily as well. Maybe. I think surely they knew Grayson and idol. If he's gonna announce, I'm putting all my votes on Grayson. Like,
right. See, I guess that's the thing about the deflect idol, though. You know, when you put your votes on someone, you run the risk of them having an idol.
I think they'll low-key stupid, but that's fine. Grace and Emily smart voting Julian. I think those two are the ones voting Julian.
If they did vote Evan, then tonight we would have had no votes, and we would have had to have gone to a revote.
What do you mean?
If there were no votes in the urn, we would have went to a revote. Yeah.
And then Julian would have won.
Yeah, probably so.
I'm pretty sure. I'm like, Julian.
If Grayson didn't have the idol, he probably would have went home.
Yeah,
he's here. Yeah. And Ned is here. I added Ned here. We're talking about the tribal council right now.
Ned.
I'm sad you're here.
Ned, we can't.
I went and you went. Like, when the heck did the night house go? What'd you say?
Ned, we can't vote bitter.
I'm not voting bitter.
We can't vote bitter. If one of these people make it to the end, we can't vote bitter. I'm sorry. Even though they treated me like dirt, we still can't vote bitter.
Yeah, I know.
Really quick, I want to ask you the question, Ned. How do you feel about Julian's game? Like, can you want to give me your take on Julian's game? Since we're reflecting on Julian.
I think you were really you were really paranoid and you were very emotional. Emotional player is a good player though. It's fine. I think you did way better than last season. And you were like more involved in the game and you really were like, as soon as the swap happened, you were like, I want to move on the group, and like it didn't happen. You really like connected with like Madison, me, Lana. Like you have treated atrociously at some point. Possibly a better experience, maybe, but I feel like your game was decent. I feel like it was a decent game.
I will say though, had the season not started the way it did, my game would have been very different. Very different.
Interesting. All right. Who do you guys expect to see come in from the other group?
Noah.
I think Jason.
Who do you see?
I think Jason.
Okay. All right. Is there anything that either one of you? No. Okay. Want to keep going?
I don't know to be with Jason. So I think it's going to be either Daniel or.
Okay. Well, Ned, you didn't hear what I heard during the challenge, though. During the immunity challenge, everybody was just talking about how Noah is public enemy number one in their tribe. They were alluding to it. So I feel like, if anything, it's going to be Noah. But if Daniel, well, if Daniel threatens that he has an idol, it'll be known. But if they get smart and they bring in Noah because he feels like he's at the bottom, they'll take a shot at Daniel and he'll be voted out. But I doubt it because he's probably going to bluff. I mean, even if I don't think he actually has the voodoo idol, but if he does, then he'll bluff. So that way he'll be safe. But
All right. And I feel like that's really all that I have for you guys. Another person's coming in later tonight. You guys will both be able to attend those tribal councils. Julian, you still will be able to attend every tribal council just like Ned and all of the other jurors. And Julian, we have one more thing for you to do that we do in every Ponderosa. I want you to say to the viewers, hey, my name's Julian and I'm juror number 4.
hold on, let me get on camera.
You're good. Oh, wait, say, hey, I'm Julian. This is my Ponderosa. Wait, I'm juror number 4 and this is my Ponderosa. That's how you need to say it.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Julian. Wait, hold on. My brain.
You're good.
Hi, I'm Julian. I'm juror number 4, and this is my Ponderosa.
All right, and that's a wrap on that. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys maybe tonight for Tribal Council. And I'll add you to the chat, Julian. And I will make a Discord. I promise I'll make a Discord for the jurors. There will be a Ponderosa Discord. And you guys will have a Discord. Okay. Bye, guys.